small nation that has a big, big goal that inspired to innovate and make the world a better place. That inspired to innovate and make the world a better place. We shall become the world number one. We shall become the world number one. Smadu.
Alright, viewer, welcome again. Teacher Ben here again. We are teaching music in this creative intelligence department, and we are developing a way of doing music professionally, but in a very, very simple and understandable way. So we are doing theory, and we are also developing some instrumental skills, so that if you have a gift, you are talented in the area of music, you want to develop your musical skills, you can actually develop from what you know to what you do not know. So we try to simplify it as much as possible, but at the same time we retain the standards of professionalism and best practices all over the world, so that you be able to do good music. And so today we want to develop a little bit more on rhythm, because we introduced rhythm last time, and we also developed a pitch to an extent where we demonstrated how pitch develops, or it is used on a staff or on the grand staff. And we were not able to touch on rhythm last time, but today we want to really touch on rhythm. And rhythm is actually a very wide scope of area of study. So again, we may not be exhaustive. And what we may introduce also today, we may touch on things that are a bit advanced, and they may not really make sense for now, or you may not figure them out for now. But that is not to say that you will not understand them. It's just for introductory purposes, and then with the time we will simplify them. So if you hear or you see anything that appears to be way out there, it is just now for laying the foundation, and then later on we break it down into something that you're able to understand in a very simple way. So we said rhythm in music. Why I normally personally pick on rhythm and pitch as the two main elements of music. Yeah, it's because basically anything else, even any other element, revolves around rhythm and pitch. Music, it revolves around there. When you talk of the way the harmony is done, the way the color, all those kind of things, all those, they really, you're talking about how you variate your rhythm to create this kind of a music, all right? How you can variate your pitches. So I pick on rhythm and pitch to be the two main elements of music. So today we want to look at rhythm. At the introduction level, we said the rhythm has to do with timing or time. And when we talk of time, we talk of duration. Let me try to simplify it. When you have a pitch is a certain sound, a certain note of a music. Yeah. When you have a sound of music, then you can say, for example, one pitch. That is one pitch. If you have a number of pitches, that's why we say variation. If you have a number of pitches, then you can get a melody. But you see, it is not just a matter of the number of pitches. We also have the duration of each pitch at a particular time. So meaning you strike a certain note at a certain note, meaning a certain pitch, at a given duration of time. Okay? At a certain given duration of time, then you get a combination of rhythm and pitches. That is what we call melody. So for example, if I would play something like just something simple I've created. I've used these three notes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I just shuffled among themselves, and I've come up with some sort of a melody. Now you can tell from very basic ear training, you can tell that I am taking a little bit longer time on one note, and I'm taking a shorter period. And that is what we call rhythm. So for example, I'm going. So I think I am delaying more on this note. So I go ta 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 ta. Some, you realize some notes are equivalent in terms of the time I take on them. Others are longer, others are shorter. Let's do it again. Ta 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 la ta 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 la ta. So if I was to kind of time the duration in a way, if I would have a way of trying to maybe use a sound or some sort of a way of a timer, put a timer, yeah? A timer in music, normally we call it a metronome. There is a timer that you can put that can help you to guide you to tell you how long you're taking on a certain beat. If I use any natural timer, you see like this one, I go ta ta, then the other one ta 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 ta. So I'm delaying more on C. So I'm going like, let me write down the notes. I'm going C, C, E, da, 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 C, D, C, da, 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 da. This is C. So I'm going da, 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 da. So I begin da, da, da. So I go like, if I want, let me, okay, to simplify it, or in order to make it as simple as possible, let me just use a stroke, for example. If I would use a length of a stroke to see how long, an estimation of how long I'm taking on any beat, I would maybe go like this. Ta, ta, ta. These are ta, 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 ta. These are more or less the same duration. So I go something like ta, 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 ta. Sorry, ta, 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 ta. So I'm going, this is like halfway of this note, and this is also halfway, so they are more or less the same note. This one will go again longer, almost the same as this note. Da, 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 da. This one is even smaller. So if I would describe them, that one will be smaller. So I'm using stroke, so the first one will be like that. The other one will be like that. No, half. Half of that will be like that. The other one will be like that. This is the first pitch, the second pitch, the third pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth pitch. Ta, 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 ta. The fourth pitch is again long. I think almost equivalent to the first one. Then the last one is again half. Then I repeat. I loop. I repeat. So you're going ta 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 ta. So in terms of a timeline, I would do a timeline like ta 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 ta, and then I repeat ta 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 ta. So meaning the kind of a rhythm I have created here is that this beat, the duration I'll take on any particular pitch here will be ta. Now, if I do that very repeatedly, then you understand now I'm combining a few pitches with at different timings to come up with a melody, okay? And that is what we call music or a song. So meaning music, how you put up or how you create music is simply putting up pitches and then at a different given duration of notes. Of course, there are some parameters that we use. There are some set parameters musically and technically that we use to measure the duration of note. And that is what we'll be doing in the next lesson. We'll look at various ways of measuring the duration, right? But for now, just understand that when you delay or you shorten a certain duration of time on a certain pitch and you do a number of them back and forth, Then you come up with a melody, and that is music. That one can happen for instrumental, it can happen for voice as well. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you in the next lesson.